I got sent back, all the way to junior year the day we picked our own seatmates. My childhood bestie bailed at the last second and ended up pairing with the hot new transfer student. She spotted me tearing up and went straight for the jugular. Who could put up with a human megaphone blasting in their ear every day? 18 years of that? My ears are basically leather at this point. Everyone figured I was about to fall apart. But the very next second, the homeroom teacher announced I'd successfully paired with the scholarship kid. In the corner, that quiet, introverted girl just froze, then looked up at me like she couldn't believe it. And I completely lost it, bawling my eyes out. Couldn't shut up for a single second. Babe, I knew you picked me too. This is literally fate. Babe, you just snuck 2 looks at me, super casual. If you love someone, say it out loud. After the teacher announced Liu Ruyan and I had successfully paired up, Liu Ruyan stood there for a second, a flash of surprise crossing her face. I grabbed my bag without hesitation, walked straight to the seat next to her, pulled out the chair and sat down. Smooth as butter. I tilted my head slightly, and there she was. The quiet, closed-off girl from my memory, with those deep, stunning eyes. A little thin, sure, but no worries. At 18, she was absolutely glowing. She must have noticed me staring because she scooted her chair away, trying to put some distance between us. The whole push me away but pull me closer act got me. I couldn't help it. Smack. My hand landed right on her butt. Liu Ruyan whipped her head around, face cycling through every shade. The kid in front of us turned around, eyes wide. Bro, you really just walked in and slapped your new seatmate on the ass? Like on day 1? I pulled my hand back, suddenly hit with a massive realization. Liu Ruyan was not the wife who'd stay up all night trading dirty jokes with me. She was still a pure, innocent 18-year-old. What an absolutely chaotic start. In our past life, Liu Ruyan used to roast me constantly about my dirty talk in bed, saying whenever we went at it, I only ever said stuff to tease her. I cleared my throat, trying to salvage my image. It's not that I'm a perv. A flower in full bloom deserves to be appreciated. Not noticing it would just make me uncultured. My boy Wang Lin gave me a big thumbs up. Respect, a man of culture. I looked over at Liu Ruyan, genuinely guilty. It's just human nature, you get that, right? Liu Ruyan's lips pressed into a flat line. Not exactly a happy face. Wait, someone actually picked Liu Ruyan as their seatmate? Wasn't he Chang into Shen Buyu? Maybe since Shen Buyu didn't pick him, he went with Liu Ruyan just to spite her. I caught Liu Ruyan's eyes going dim and suddenly cranked up the volume. Why are there so many mosquitoes buzzing in my ear? Louder than even me. Can someone light some mosquito coils already? Strong enough to shut up a bunch of 100-pound mosquitoes. The bell rang and the gossips finally slunk back to their seats. The second math class started. I was already zoning out. I held my book up as cover and poked Liu Ruyan with my pen, keeping my voice low. Hey, can you tell me why you picked me out of everyone? I'm genuinely curious. Don't tell me you've had a crush on me. Liu Ruyan ignored me, head down grinding through problems. As a total chatterbox, I can deal with silence, but I cannot deal with no audience. I panicked and grabbed her sleeve. Babe, say something! The second those words left my mouth, she turned her head, face bright red, shooting me a flustered glare like a girl who just got teased. I slowly let go under her stare. I just want to know, will you tell me? She must have been fed up because Liu Ruyan shoved a note at me, just picked randomly. I nodded. Then I guess we were just meant to be. Right then, Wang Lin sneakily turned around. He Qiang, you also just picked randomly? I seriously thought you were gonna go with Shen Buyu. Shen Buyu? I followed his gaze. Shen Buyu was sitting right next to the most popular guy in school, but her eyes hadn't left me. The kind of stare that gives you nightmares. Creep. I casually looked away and shook my head at Wang Lin. Nah, I picked on purpose. I specifically wanted Liu Ruyan as my seatmate. Wang Lin looked confused. Why though? Before today, you two only ever said good morning to each other. And you say that to literally everyone. I grinned. Because she's gonna be my wife. In our past life, even though Liu Ruyan and I went to the same high school, we weren't close at all. I barely had any impression of her, just that she was really quiet. We ended up married through a series of accidents, and that's when I slowly learned why she barely talked in high school and why her body was covered in old scars. By the time I started aching for her past, her wounds had already healed over. She could even laugh about it and tell me the stories like they were nothing. I stared at her, feeling my eyes slowly go red. I made myself a quiet promise. If 25-year-old Liu Ruyan could pull me out of the darkest hole, then I could be there for 18-year-old Liu Ruyan through the hardest chapter of her life. 1 whole period, 0 math absorbed. I spent the entire class just staring at Liu Ruyan. Her lashes were this long even back then? That thick? And that pale, cool-toned skin I've been obsessed with my whole life. 18-year-old He Qiang seriously needed to gouge his own eyes out and check if they got swapped. How could anyone pick someone as flashy as Shen Buyu when clearly this version of Liu Ruyan was so much prettier? The longer I stared, the redder Liu Ruyan's ears got. The flush spread all the way down her neck. 25-year-old me seeing that? Full brain rot. Pure instinct kicked in, and I leaned in closer. Next second, He Qiang, answer this question. Mr. Lee slammed his triangle ruler on the blackboard, and every single pair of eyes in the room snapped to me. More accurately, to my hand, which was about an inch away from Liu Ruyan's neck. What do you think you're doing, He Qiang? I let you pick your own seatmates so you could help each other study. Not to whisper, not to harass each other. Are we clear? If you can't solve this problem, you're standing in the back for the rest of class. Silence fell over the room. I stared at the board, sweating. I just time-traveled from 25 back to 18. How was I supposed to remember anything about conic sections? I looked to Liu Ruyan for help, but she kept her head down and wasn't offering anything. 18-year-old Liu Ruyan was not yet the wife who'd fix everything for me. Just as I was about to wing it and start talking nonsense, a slip of paper slid in front of me. Liu Ruyan pulled back her pale fingers without a single change in expression. The full solution was written on it. I lit up and raised my voice. "Sir, I've got it." At the same time, a voice came from across the room. Shen Buyu raised her hand, then cut herself off the moment she heard me. Mr. Lee softened his tone for a model student like Shen Buyu. "Shen Buyu, what is it?" Shen Buyu glanced at me, then pivoted at the last second. "Sir, I just think this problem isn't very challenging." She walked up to the board, tweaked the problem, and instantly cranked the difficulty way up. Then, completely unbothered, "This is the kind of problem that's actually worth our time as juniors." I was speechless. On the way back to her seat, Shen Buyu took a very deliberate detour right past my desk and dropped her voice just enough for me to hear. "He Qiang, beg me and I'll answer it for you." Same old arrogance. I yawned, pushed back my chair and headed toward the back. "Nah, I'll just stand. I'm kinda tired anyway." I've never been the well-behaved type. My whole life I've been the kind of person who drives people crazy just by existing, always getting called a wild kid with no home training. But I wore it like a badge of honor. The more they talked, the more I clapped back, leaving every gossip with nothing to say. Then I'd walk home happy, chewing bubblegum like I just won a championship. Just now though, in front of Liu Ruyan, that was a little embarrassing. I made my way to the back of the room and posted up next to the trash can. Shen Buyu's revision was excellent. Anyone else think they can solve it? Whoever gets it right gets today's math homework waived. Mr. Lee scanned the room, and a bunch of people were itching to jump in. Homework off the table? Way too good to pass up. The transfer student leaned over and quietly asked Shen Buyu for the solution. She seemed a little distracted, but still wrote out the full steps for him. Just as he was about to raise his hand, Liu Ruyan, who never wanted any kind of spotlight, suddenly stood up, walked to the board, picked up a piece of white chalk, and started writing out the solution. Clean, neat handwriting. Just like her. Mr. Lee's face was full of pride. "Liu Ruyan, it takes real courage to come up to the board. I'm really proud of you. The solution is perfect. Today's homework is..." Liu Ruyan cut him off, voice flat, no emotion. "I'm a little tired, can I go stand in the back for a bit?" She barely made it over before I yanked her next to me. "Liu Ruyan, don't tell me you felt bad leaving me back here all alone and came to keep me company?" Liu Ruyan stood ramrod straight, radiating pure, do not approach energy. I pressed my lips together and went for it. "Just kidding. You're not even gonna acknowledge me?"